a one-trick pony whose whole deal is converting the world and dominating it with your free heavy cavalry. Today we're going to be talking about Basil of Byzantium. I'll go over his bonuses, my preferred way to play him, rank him by victory type, and give a final overall score for the leader. Remember everybody, if you enjoy this video, please take the time to like, comment, and maybe even subscribe to the channel. I'm working really hard to hit my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I'm about halfway there, and I can't get all the way there without your help. Basil is a fun civ, but he only does one thing every single game. However, he does that one thing extremely well. He's all about getting his religion, and he has bonuses towards this. His civilization ability, Taxes, allows him to get a +2 great prophet points per holy site. This doubles the normal great prophet points the holy site provides. Taxes also gives you strong combat bonuses for your religion. Byzantium gets a +3 combat strength for each religious and military units per holy site holy city following your religion. This includes your own holy cities, so as soon as you found a religion, you get a +3 combat bonus to all of your units forever, as long as you don't lose your religion. Also, whenever you kill a unit, you get a 250 point pressure boost for your religion to nearby cities. This is the same as a missionary boost, so this allows you to spread your religion without needing missionaries. And this is super strong on deity difficulty because the deity AI loves to spam out units. If you combine this with Basil's own ability, Porphyrogenitos, which lets your cavalry units do 85% damage to cities that follow your religion, you get a huge powerhouse domination civ. All you need are units with which to dominate. Cavalry civs usually struggle with domination because of the negatives that cavalry get to attacking cities. With this, spreading your religion to nearby cities and then attacking it with cavalry, Byzantium does not get that penalty and is able to rush cavalry throughout all of the nearby neighbors to take them over. Oh, and wait, that's not to forget, you get the Hippodrome, a unique entertainment district that are half cost to build. They provide 3 amenities instead of 1, and most importantly, they give you a free heavy cavalry unit for every district and building in that district that you build. These cavalry units don't cost any resources and don't cost any gold upkeep. Basil and Byzantium are obviously a civ that was designed to have all of their abilities moving into the same direction. Holy War. I forgot to mention the Droman, a quadrireme that's ranged and has an extra 10 combat strength, but nobody actually cares about the Droman because it's useless and you're only ever going to be building it for the era score. Byzantium in every civ game tends to get this unique quadrireme that just nobody cares about, so we're just going to skip over it. When I play Basil, I rush to get my religion. Your whole kit is dedicated to having a religion. You have to get one, and on deity difficulty, that's not always guaranteed, even if you have that +1 great prophet point per turn. If you don't get one, you would have to wait for the AI to convert the majority of your cities. And then you would have to wipe out that particular AI, so you wouldn't be pushing them to a religious victory with your passive religion spread. However, if you want to, I guess you could always help the AI win a religious victory, and that might be, a niche thing to do. The AI never wins a religious victory. Once I get my religion, I always choose the Crusade belief to get the +10 combat strength bonus when fighting near foreign cities that follow my religion. Since my civ ability spreads the religion for me, this bonus is almost always online. After that, I just spread out as normal. You're not going to be rushing holy sites. They're not needed. You don't need the faith since you're getting free units. Instead, I rush theater districts and I try to settle near horses or luxuries that I can sell off to the AI for gold. Once I've unlocked games and recreation, I start building my hippodromes in every one of my cities, but I don't finish those hippodromes. I get them to 1 turn and then I switch away, and everything after that is all about pumping culture until I've reached Divine Right, which is not that far away because every step towards Divine Right is all about unlocking mysticism and theology, which all come from founding religions and those sort of boosts, so you're going to get them naturally. Once I get Divine Right, I unlock the Tagma, which is Basil's unique knight replacement. This comes with Divine Right, and they get a +4 combat strength bonus to their neighbors. So they don't get the bonus, they spread that bonus to their neighbors, and each Tagmata only can provide combat strength to, or each unit can only get combat strength from one adjacent Tagmata, so you can't stack it. But I'm rushing towards Divine Right to get that bonus, and while I'm doing this, I'm pumping out some missionaries to spread my religion to my nearest neighbors, and maybe getting a temple and getting an apostle to upgrade my religion for the era score. Once the Tagmata are unlocked, I rush down my neighbor using my gold to purchase ranged and siege units and use Tagmata for everything else. If I've done this right, I should have 4 or 5, maybe even 6 Tagmata to take down my nearest neighbor, and that's plenty. You don't need very much, because if you've done everything correctly, you are going to have a +17 combat bonus strength versus your first neighbor, which is 7 points higher than the deity AI get naturally. Once you've taken down that neighbor, if they had a religion, you're adding +3 combat strength on top of that, so you're getting a +20 combat strength, which only snowballs as you go further through the game. Basil is unique because he's a religious civ that can safely ignore holy sites. You don't need to build them, you don't need the faith, you just need the religion. You get free units for every one of your hippodromes, so you don't need to buy these units with the Grandmaster's Chapel. However, if you decide to do that, more units is always good. You're a domination civ that can ignore science because your strongest unit comes from the culture tree, and once it's online, at least 2 civs are going down. He's really unique in his flavor, but this is the only strategy that you're going to use in every single game. Basil is a 10 out of 10 for domination and a 10 out of 10 for religion, since there is a high likelihood that you're going to actually win a religious game before you can dominate the world due to that passive religion spread. Being good at domination also makes you pretty good at other victories, especially science, because once you get enough cities, more cities equates to more science and more gold and production. So I'm going to give the science victory a 5 out of 10. You could do it, and it's pretty easy to do, but once you've got to that point, you've conquered half of the world. Just finish your domination game off. Culture is also surprisingly good as Byzantium. Holy sites are really good for culture games, and hippodromes are also really good for culture games because you're going to get tourism out of them, and you'll be cranking out culture since the AI likes to build theater squares, and once you've conquered a couple of AI, pretty easy to get great works off of them. 5 out of 10 for culture. Diplomacy is the weakest option, obviously. Once you start taking other capitals, and once you start generating grievances against those AI, you start losing out on Diplo favor. Yes, you could do a Diplo game. Everybody can do a Diplo game, but why even bother? You won't be using 90% of your kit if you decide to go the Diplo route, so I'm only going to give them a 1 out of 10 there. As for secret societies, vampires are the obvious domination choice, but void stingers can also be great just to boost your yields once you start getting all that faith across your empire. But vampires are just so good at killing units, I don't see any reason not to choose them. Vampires might be the best secret society in the game. Your governments are also not that hard to choose. You're going to be going through either Classical Republic before you start your war, or Oligarchy to get that combat bonus strength. And once you start unlocking those middle governments, you're going to move into Monarchy or Divine Right, or Theocracy, that's the one, Theocracy, plus Fascism, your standard faith purchase domination government build. It's no different than anybody else. So let's go to the final ranking. Let's be honest, Basil is an A+ civ, but I'm not going to be ranking him that high. He does an amazing domination game. He's built to play in a hyper unique way, and that way is super fun. However, once you've played this way once or twice, it starts becoming stale. He is not versatile at all. Every game you play as Basil is going to be exactly the same. Rush a religion, rush your hippodromes, conquer your neighbors in the game. So for that reason, I'm going to give him a B+. The first time you play him, you are going to have an A+ time, but it starts to drop off really fast after that first game. Thank you everyone for watching, and please let me know what you think about Basil down in the comment section below. As always, this has been STG Sheep, and I'll see you in the next one, where we're going to be covering Catherine and France in a 2-for-1 special. Goodbye.